try and draw a little like a circuit. Okay, I think I did the battery backwards, but it doesn't really matter. I'll put another one there. Now we've got two. Um, so if you've got a series circuit, it's not too bad. Let's say like this is 12, this is 5, this is, I don't know, 2. So to get the total resistance on a series circuit, you just go 12 plus 5 plus 2. So then you've got what, like 19? Um, and so that's how you do for a series circuit. So that's pretty easy. But then if you have a parallel circuit, ooh, that didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted. Um, well, we'll get the idea. So if you have a parallel circuit, you've got these resistors are more like this. Does this make sense? Can you like tell what I'm drawing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Now let's say we have 12, 5, and 2 here. To get the total resistance for a parallel circuit, I hate doing parallel because I hate fractions. You have to do like 1 over 12, which I think we did a little bit of this last week, and then 1 over 5, and then 1 over 2. Now, in the video, they want you to do like least common denominators and stuff. I have to be honest, that's math that like I don't remember how to do anymore. So I just turn them into decimals and add them together because I'm lazy. So this is like 8.3, and then this is 0.2, and then this is 0.5. So what do you have? 0.783. And then some people will stop here and they'll be like, okay, my resistance is 0.783, but that's 1 over R. So you actually have to do R equals 1 over 0.783 and to get like an actual number. So if you get like a decimal, you know that you've like, skipped that one last step. So it should actually be like 1.3 or 1.28, something like that. And I'm not too concerned with sig figs and like how many decimal places you go to. I don't really care. I can tell you did it right. That's what matters. So that's kind of the difference between the two. Okay. Now, that resistance quiz that you guys have on Thursday or next Wednesday,
Oh, thank
I'm
goodness.
going to bring it up and show you. Well, what it is it's a quiz, but it's a quiz based off of a worksheet that you guys do. So you like do the worksheet ahead of time and then you kind of do the quiz, if that makes sense. So it's like stuff you've already done. So like do you see these circuits that I've got right here
Mhm.
on my screen? These are the actual questions on the quiz. So it'll say like, what is the total resistance of the top left? Or what is the total resistance of the middle right? And then, you've got these circuits.
Wow, that's
So yeah, so it's something you've already done at least. It's not like you're having to do it like off the top of your head on the quiz. So you've already done it. So that's kind of nice. They call it like a worksheet check or something. But you can see these are way more complicated than the one we just did. I mean, the first one and the second one aren't too bad, but then it's like, whoa. And so let's do one like a difficult-ish one, so you can kind of get an idea of what you have to do, and it's kind of like a puzzle. Um, so let me see. I wish I could like import that little picture in here, but I don't know how to do that. So let's do this and do this. And then I'm going to connect them. And then I'm going to put a resistor here, another one here, and another one here. So we've got a whole bunch of resistors. And I think I'm going to type in the ohms just so, and I'm not going to put the units because I don't really know how to put that in the software. Let's call this one 5. This one, I don't know, 10. I'm not good at coming up with numbers off the top of my head. 15. And 20. Okay, so we'll probably get some really messy numbers because I just kind of made those up. On the lab, at least it likes to, they come out neatly. So the first thing you want to do is you kind of want to break them up. So, for example, I'll solve this part first. I'll get the total resistance of that. Then I'll go and I'll solve this part. And then I'll go and I'll solve the whole circuit. So you kind of have to like break it into parts, if that makes sense. So like, I'm going to call this, I'm going to call yellow step 1. And then, so you'll have to do like the one, ooh, that's not yellow. If I draw it in yellow, will you be able to see it? I think so. Can you see that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So then you've got like 1/12 plus 1/5. And then I want to say 1/12 was 0.083, but let me do it one more time just to make sure. Yeah. I can hear my husband and my kiddo going crazy downstairs. It's going to be a mess when I get down there. So we've got 0.283, and then we have to do that 1/r is 0.283. So then we'll do, let me just do r, is 1/0.283. And I'm going to get like 3.5. Okay, so now if we were to draw our circuit, we would have it would look like this because we've gotten rid of that one box. Does that make sense? And so then we would have 3.5 here.
Yeah.
And then now we have to solve for the next part. So then the next one was what, red? I'm going to do red equals step 2. And this is actually like how I solve them. It's not like I'm doing like a super slow version, just because, that's how I'm teaching. This is actually how I solve them when I'm just doing them by myself. So then we have to do this fraction again. Oh. 0.067. and then we'll have R equals 1 divided by this tiny number. It's like 5.98, so I'm just going to call it 6, just to save us some effort. So then, right, then my circuit looks like this. And then we've got our 3.5. I'm going to pause and wait for you to get back. Can you hear me now? Okay. So we've got this 3.5 that we got in step 1, and we have this 6 that we got in step 2, and then we had, the 20 that we just, they gave us to begin with. So now we can do step 3, which is really easy. Ugh. I don't want to type green in red. That would be confusing. Now we can just do R equals 3.5 plus 6 plus 20. So it's what, 29.5? Okay, so then if you had a problem like this on that resistance quiz, you'd have already done this up front, and then it would say like, what is the total resistance? And you would type in like 29.5. Or I think it's multiple choice. You would choose 29.5. So these look really complicated when you first kind of look at them, but then they're kind of like a puzzle. Like how